What up? We finally made it onto the plane. An hour delay. They were dragging somebody's body up off here. I guess they passed out before we got on. But we finally made it on. Hour delay sitting on the bus. So I'll probably get in about 9:50, 10 o'clock now instead of like 9 o'clock when I was supposed to. But we'll make the best of this first night. Probably go out, see the Eiffel Tower. I know we got the tour tomorrow. We got the Olympics tomorrow. We're gonna figure it out. We're getting in late, but you know, we got a little window seat. Time to catch me some Z's. I'll wake up on the other side, and I might do a live tonight too, so tune into that. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Hey, Paris, 48 hours, the Olympics 2024. After an hour delay, the lady next to me kept falling asleep on my shoulder. We made it. Paris.
One thing you know about me, I love to travel. Now, when I land, I'm always thinking, what am I going to eat? Because it's been a long day. You got to get the food, and then I'm going to pour up a little bit. They have the Ferris wheel lit up, the Rue de Paris. It's about 200 feet. This isn't the original Ferris wheel in Paris. The original one is the Grande Rue Paris, which is about 300 feet. Just a quick tour of the room. Nothing too special. A little one bedroom, the see-through glass into the bathroom. I must say, for a last minute book, this is a nice little spot here. And it's walking distance to the Eiffel Tower.
We about to go do the Eiffel Tower tour now. Everything is blocked off over there, so we got to go to a meeting point, and it's the Pullman Hotel, which you'll see right here. This is actually the first hotel I ever stayed at when I came to Paris in August of 2014. Came out here, stayed at the Pullman. Back then, it was like 110, 120 euro a night. For the Olympics, they charge like 250, almost 300 a night. Definitely wasn't about to do it, but we're gonna go ahead and get checked in, see how this tour gets started. We're gonna walk over there. We'll go up to the second floor. I keep calling it a floor. We're going to the second level, and then I might go up to the summit. We'll see how long the line is. We'll get a little bit of history, but hey, stay tuned. The Eiffel Tower. We're not doing the stairs this year. I got that bad hip. Straight elevator work.
Now remember, this is a flashback video during the Olympics in 24, so there's a lot of people out here, more than normal, but on a normal day it's still a lot. Now when I got to Pullman, that was supposed to be a checkpoint. They said, oh no, they moved it. So that's why you don't have any footage on the inside, because I thought I was supposed to go in there, but they were like, nah, you at the wrong spot. So here we're walking up to the Eiffel Tower, about to meet up with my group, because I got me a tour guide for this one. One of the things we have to go over real quick is safety when you're in Paris. One of the huge things in Paris is pickpocketers and snatchers. They're most commonly around the Eiffel Tower. They'll get close to you, bump into you, 2 or 3 people, and they'll take your stuff. Also, look out for it. It's like a friendship bracelet where they put a bracelet on you or a ring, and then once they put it on you, they say, oh, you got to pay for it. So stay away from all that nonsense. And also, if you're going to buy something, yeah, I do get a little bit of knockoff souvenirs on the road, but I recommend if you aren't if you aren't in the game, then go to an actual authorized booth, because it can get dangerous. Also, when you're out eating at one of these little cafes, you aren't required to tip. It's cool if you give them a little bit of your loose change. That's good. And when you're ready to go, you have to ask for the bill in Paris. They're not just going to bring it over. They're going to let you sit, drink your coffee, do whatever you want to do. And also use either lifts Ubers, or authorized taxis. Don't just hop in any regular thing that says taxi. I typically just use an Uber. It's cheaper and it picks you up right where you're at and it'll get you to where you're going. So I highly recommend that.
Checked in. We on the green squad, but we looking a little weak though. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's a go down, if it's like us versus red, us versus yellow or blue, yeah, my team ain't looking that good. So I guess I'm gonna have to step up and be the captain. But we're just waiting right now. We got about 15 minutes before we head up, and I'm not sure if we get to skip the line or not, but I don't know. I got my green sticker. I'm good to go. You know what I mean? Look at my gang. Yeah, we ready for action. Olympics 2024. Shit, the Elder Olympics, you know what I mean? I'm rounding it up as the team captain, you know, the youngest on the squad, but we're gonna see how it is. Hopefully the elevators are working, because I got a little bit of water. I ain't trying to share with everybody. But hopefully we can get some good views. There's a cycling event going on right now, so that's why they got everything blocked off, and we got to do a little meeting points before we actually head up.
As I was saying earlier, traveling by yourself, look out for the pickpocketers going through security. I have a bag on me that I keep zipped up. I put everything in my bag or in my pant pockets. I got zippers on them. So I always say, make sure you got all your belongings on you. Always check and make sure everything is zipped up, because if you lose something out there, it's just gone. But we're good with the safety briefing. We're headed up. We're about to get some history of the Eiffel Tower. A couple of things about the Eiffel Tower. As you can see, we're walking right up under it, getting ready to go over to the elevators and head up. But the Eiffel Tower, it marks the location of the main entrance of the Universal World Fair that they had starting back in 1889 when the tower was built. Also, during World War I, it was a bunker. So if you go near the South Pillar, there's an entrance to a former underground military bunker, and it has tunnels in there also. That facility was good for the French army. It's where they had the radio telecommunications, and they broadcast from the tower to help intercept any of the German messages. So that was one good thing that I heard about that. In 1886, there was a design competition for the Eiffel Tower because they were going to make it a centerpiece for the 1889 Universal Exposition celebrating the 100th anniversary of the French Revolution. Now, construction began in 1887, and it took about 2 years. Now, in 1887 is when the Eiffel Tower was actually open to the public, and it was inaugurated in March 31st, open to the public in 1889. Also, the original color of the Eiffel Tower was a Venetian red, so it was a reddish brown, but it had anti-corrosive paint, and over time that paint started to chip off, and that's why we see the paint the color it is now. Now, also in 1889, I think it was, the tower was originally intended to be a temporary structure slated to be disassembled in about 20 years after that, when the city of Paris was set to expire. Also, we already went over that they used it during World War I. In 1925 to about 1934, it was the tallest advertisement in the world. It had illuminated signs all around it. As you can see now, they have the Olympic rings on there, which they're talking about trying to keep those up to make it a significant piece of their history. Now, in 1930, it did lose the world title of the tallest building because the Chrysler Building was built here in New York City. As you can see, we are on the elevator, and the Eiffel Tower does have 3 public levels with a grand total of about 16,065 or 64 steps from the ground to the very top. Now, I have walked this from the ground to the first level, and the first level is about 327 steps. And then from the first level to the second level, which you'll see me walk down, is 347 steps. Now, to get to the summit, you can't walk that. You do have to take an elevator, and that's where I was talking about they have the champagne and everything. I didn't get to go up there this trip, unfortunately. Now, hear me out. You're not going to believe this. Now, at the time, this was groundbreaking new technology, the hydraulic elevator. But the crazy thing is, in 1948, the circus actually took an elephant that was about 85 years old and walked up the 327 stairs to the first level. So they actually had an elevator on the first level of the Eiffel Tower. Now, I know that elephant was tired as hell, because I know when I walked up and down those stairs, I was worn out.
Made it to the top, but we only at the second floor. They said that the summit is closed, but it should be opening up maybe within an hour due to winds. But Got this little kid next to me shooting cannons and stuff with the damn telescope. But, yeah, oh well. We got a little tour guide, but you can see some of the Olympic Games. They got the cycling event on this side, and then over here we got the beach volleyball. I'm gonna try to get some footage of that. Right now he's giving us a little history lesson, but you know, I did my own little research, but I'll fill you guys in with some stuff. Oh no, I thought I seen somebody knew me down on that bridge over there.
From the second level of the Eiffel Tower, of course, you have some of the best views, the panoramic 360 degrees. You can see Notre Dame from here, the Arc de Triomphe. Also, you can see the largest art museum, the Louvre, who was actually just robbed recently in October of 2025, which is crazy to even say because they did it in broad daylight and how many people are around them. But you can see everything up here. And also, I'll show you around. You can see some of the Olympic Games that are going on.
Now that they're doing the beach volleyball, you can get a good view from up here from the Eiffel though. Well, right now they in between matches, but it's kind of ironic, right? Beach volleyball in the middle of the in the middle of the city, just on some sand. But now this is cool how they got the city set up. So on each side of the Eiffel Tower, you can see different things. Like I said, beach volleyball is right in front of me. Then the cycling events on the other side. Shoot, they got some wine up here. You know, we in the city of Paris. Got to drink a little bit of wine. Come on out here. They got free Wi-Fi. Well, it ain't free. You spend like 60, 80 bucks. You know what I'm saying? If you got a tour guide, but it's definitely worth it.
I started off with a tour guide, but me personally, I like to go off and explore on my own. So on the screen, I do have some prices current of October 24th, 2025. So the adult rate is 23 euros, so about $30. That's access with the lift, which is an elevator. The ticket with the access to the lift, just to the very, very top, is 36, so about $45. And I'm not going to get into the prices of the champagne and everything. If you can afford these, then you can afford that. I think they're about 60 euro to go all the way up to the top and get champagne. But they also have deals where you can go to the restaurant, the restaurant, I think that's maybe about 85 euro, so about $100.
So this side over here is called Champions Park. So they had like a little cycling event going on over here. I don't know what other games. It's kind of empty. I don't know if too many people have an interest in it, but I mean, it's over here. It looks like this is where they start, and then they got the road blocked off. So I guess they went all the way down. That bridge right there is usually, that bridge right there coming across is usually where everyone's at taking pictures. And like the Eiffel Tower, you get the best pictures, but they got it blocked off for the little cycling event. It was probably either earlier in the day, because you ain't trying to have them outside in this heat. Because up here you got wind, but down there, it's like 85, 90 degrees, man. I used to be a cyclist. I used to do 30 miles a day, doing 15 to 30, 20 on average, but you know what I mean? But definitely not out in this kind of heat.
I know, you're probably wondering, where is it at, Mo? Well, you can see Notre Dame from this side. The camera didn't work that good, so you got to deal with what we got. But the Notre Dame was built as a religious building in 1163 is when the first stone was laid. It was damaged during the French Revolution, and then restoration took place between 1844 and 1864. Also, recently, there was a devastating fire in around 2019, April 15th of 2019, actually. A fire broke out due to faulty work during renovation work. The firefighters saved it, and then they ended up reopening it last year. Yeah, December of 2024, they actually reopened it. So I haven't been in there since it's been reopened. I went back in 2015, my first time going to Paris. All right, now I'm about to go back down to the first level. Now, this is where the 347 stairs come in. And when I tell you it's easier going down than it is going up those stairs, I did all 347. I didn't skip one stair. Now, there were people stopping and taking breaks. There was an older lady, and I think she had 2 little kids with her. I had to go around them, make sure they were all right. But I'm like, hey, this train is rolling, so y'all gonna have to get the hell out the way, scoot to the right or something, because once you start, you can't stop. But I did all 347 steps from the second level down to the first level where we have the restaurant and we have the see-through floors.
Yeah. Howdy. Man, they had an elephant up here. All right, man. We did have to go down the stairs to get from the second floor to the first floor. But down here on the first floor, they have the glass that you can stand on. I know a lot of people, they don't want to stand on it, but they say you can jump on it. Gotta take that risk. You know I'm a risk taker, but I'm not for real. But nah, I trust this. It's cool. They got a couple of restaurants up here. I'm about to grab me probably 2 water bottles, go down to the Olympic store, get out of here, head around. Eiffel Tower is nice, man. They got the yellow elevator on this side, and then the red one is the one we came up on. I think that's the north side, and then we were on the south side. I could be wrong. Don't get me to lying out here, but overall, it's pretty cool. This is the most visited place in the world, the most photogenic place in the world. I recommend you come. 7 million people a year, and I got to be one of them this year, you know? And for all y'all scared to get out there and travel by yourself, hey, don't be. If you're gonna be scared, you ain't never gonna go nowhere. If you're waiting on somebody, you ain't never gonna go nowhere. Just get out there, travel. Of course, survey the area, do your research, your due diligence before you come out, but stay in the safe areas, you be all right. Cause I'm out here all the time by myself, man. I always say I ain't nobody's motivation or nobody's role model. I'm not, but I do encourage you to get out here and enjoy life. Was successful. We're gonna head to the Olympic store. Like I said, give me a shirt for this evening so we can root on the home team, Zakaria Richardson. Hopefully she wins and makes a believer out of me. You know, when she had her little incident, I was like, well, that's just the rules. It is what it is. You know the rules. Just like when I signed up for the military, I knew the rules. But hopefully she can win gold. We're gonna see that tonight. Paris, it's Mo. Mo, it's Paris. Oh, man. What a wonderful world.
All right, there we go. The Eiffel Tower, all the way up, all the way down. We didn't get to go to the summit because of the wind, but that's all right. We still got to see it. You've seen the Olympic rings. They're trying to keep that there. We see the rings here. Paris overall is a wonderful experience. I know it has this stigma. People say, oh, man, I heard it's dirty there. Man, New York City is dirty. Every city is dirty. It is what it is, but it's still a wonderful time. You guys check it out. Whenever you come to Europe, I say you only need maybe a day, 2 days, 2 days minimum in any city that you visit in Europe. You could definitely have a good time. It's inexpensive once you get here. I'm Modi J. Thanks for watching. Help me get to 60,000 subscribers. We have more throwback videos from different cities around Europe on the way. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.